Hello my Linians, this is Teacher Sarah and today we are going to discuss rational functions. This video tutorial is based from your learning activity sheets in General Mathematics, Quarter 1, Week 1. So bring out your learning activity sheets and turn your learner's module to pages 21 to 44. Our learning targets are: represent real-life situations using rational functions. Distinguish rational function, rational equation, and rational inequality. Solve rational equations and inequalities. Represent a rational function through its table of values, graph, and equation. And find the domain and range of a rational function. Before the lesson, let us have some warm-up questions. I have some questions for you to answer. From the following, which is a rational equation? A. F of x equals x plus 2 over 3x minus 1. B. X plus 2 over 3x minus 1 minus 1 equals 0. C. X plus 2 over 3x minus 1 greater than 0. What do you think is the answer? Time starts now. Okay. Correct answer is letter B. Good job. Same choices. Which is a rational inequality? Time starts now. Okay, what do you think is the answer? Okay, the answer is letter C. X plus 2 over 3x minus 1 greater than 0. What about the remaining option? Option letter A. F of x equals x plus 2 over 3x minus 1. What do you call this expression? Okay, so this expression is a rational function. And that will be our topic for today. So what is a rational function? A rational function is a function of the form y equals f of x equals p of x over q of x, where p of x and q of x are polynomial functions, and q of x not equal to 0. And the domain of a rational function f is the set of real numbers except those values of x that will make the denominator 0. In set notation, domain equals the set of values of x such that x is an element of real numbers except x equals 8 where q of a equals 0, or the set of x such that x is an element of real number and q of x not equal to 0. If p of x over q of x is equated to 0, then p of x over q of x equals 0 is called a rational equation. Moreover, if the equation symbol equal is replaced with less than or equal, greater than or equal, you have a rational inequality. How do you distinguish rational equation, rational inequality, and rational function? A rational equation or inequality can be solved for all x values that satisfy the equation and inequality. while a rational function expresses a relationship between two variables, such as x and y, and can be represented by a table of values or a graph. For example, an object is to travel a distance of 10 meters. Express velocity as a function of travel time in seconds. So, solution. The following table of values show the relationship of v for various value of t. So, the function v of t equals 10 over t can represent v as a function of t. So, observe the given values on the table. So, if t is in second, so there are assigned value. We have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 10. For each value, for example, your t is 1, the velocity or the distance per second is equal to 10. While if t is 2, the distance per second is 5. 4, 2.5, 5, 2, 10, 1. So, you may use this function of v of t, which is equal to 10 over t. So, as you observe on the table, what is the relationship of t to velocity? So, as you increases the value of t or time, which is in second unit, the v or the velocity decreases. Example number 2. Suppose that C of t equals 5t over t squared plus 1 in milligram per ml represents the concentration of a drug in patient bloodstream t hours after the drug was administered. So the time given, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to find C of t, using the equation C of t equals 5t over t squared plus 1, if the time given is 0, C of t is 0. If the time given is 1, C of t is 2.5. If the time given is 2, 3, then 3, we have 0.965. And another, if time given is 4, we have 0.495. So, observe the table of values. So, what will happen if the time increases? And what happened for C of t? So, very good. The time, as you increase the time, C of t decreases. So, using the graph, so it looks like this. The graph indicates that the maximum drug concentration occurs around 1 hour after the drug was administered. So, you can determine the exact value at which the maximum occurs in your lesson in calculus. So, after 1 hour, the graph suggests that drug concentration decreases until it is almost 0. To sum up the definition of rational equation, inequalities, and functions, so it is shown in the given table below with a corresponding example. Okay, now, let's proceed on how to solve rational equation. To solve rational equation, consider the following steps. Step 1. Eliminate denominators by multiplying each term of the equation by the LCD. Step 2. Note that eliminating denominators may introduce extraneous solution. And step 3, you check the solutions of the transform equations with the original equation. Okay, example 1. solve for x in 2 over x minus 3 over 2x equals 1 over 5. So in solving this rational equation, you must follow the steps. So the first step is to find the LCD. So from the given inequality, you find the LCD, and its LCD is 10x. So after knowing the LCD, you are going to multiply both sides by 10x. So it becomes 10x multiplied by quantity 2 over x minus 3 over 2x equals 1 over 5 multiplied by 10x. And then you simplify. So you may use the cancellation method if numerator and denominator are the same. So you can cancel out the remaining quantity. We have 20 minus 15 equals 2x. Then by combining constant, we have 5 equals 2x. And applying division property of equality, you divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of x, which is equal to 2. Then x is equal to 5 over 2. Therefore, the solution is x equals 5 over 2. And to make sure if your answer is correct, you do the third step. You are going to check. You use the original equation. We have 2 over x minus 3 over 2x equals 1 over 5. Then you replace the calculated value of x, which is equal to 5 over 2. You replace it to x, and then so you may apply the rule in simplifying. So we have 2 over 5 over 2 minus 3 over 2 times 5 over 2 equals 1 over 5. Then you apply dividing division or dividing fraction. So you may apply the rule. So that becomes 2 times 2 over 5 minus 3 over 5 over 2 times 2 equals 1 over 5. Then cancel if numerator and denominator are the same. Then finally, our value is equal to 1 over 5. So both sides of the equation are equal. That means that our calculated value for x, which is 5 over 2, is correct. Example number 2. You solve for y in the given rational equality. We have y plus 3 over y minus 1 equals 4 over y minus 1. First step is to find the LCD. LCD is y minus 1. Then multiply both sides by quantity y minus 1. It should be the result. And then you use the cancellation method. Then simplify. We have x plus 3 equals 4. By combining constant, we have y equals 1. So you may apply the properties of equality. So then check your answer again by substituting the calculated value for y in the original equation. So it should be 1 plus 3 over 1 minus 1 equals 4 over 1 minus 1. Then we have 4 over 0 equals 4 over 0. So any number divided by 0 is undefined because zeros appear in the denominator. The fractions are undefined. Thus, 1 is a false solution and the equation has no solution. Such false solutions are often called extraneous solution. Example number 3, our given rational equation is x over x plus 4 plus 1 over x minus 3 equals 3 over x squared plus x minus 12. So, look in the denominator on the right side. So, we have x squared plus x minus 12. So, this is trinomial. So, you can factor this. So, before you get the LCD, you first factor the denominator. So, we have x over x plus 4 plus 1 over x minus 3 equals 3 over quantity x plus 4 multiplied by quantity x minus 3, the factor of x squared plus x minus 12. Then, the LCD is quantity x plus 4 and quantity x minus 3. So, you multiply both sides by the LCD. So, the result, so we have these values. Then, you may cancel the numerator and denominator if they are the same. So, the remaining quantity are x multiplied by quantity x minus 3 plus x plus 4 equals 3. Then, by distributive property, you distribute x to quantity x minus 3 by multiplying them. So, we have x squared minus 3 plus x plus 4 equals 3. And then, combining like term, we have negative 3x plus x, and that is negative 2x. So, since x squared has no other factor, so you rewrite it. So, we have x squared minus 2x plus 4 minus 3 equals 0. So, therefore, to continue simplifying, we have x squared minus 2x plus 1 then equate to 0. Again, the left side of the equation is factorable. So, this is factoring trinomial. So, we have quantity x minus 1 times quantity x minus 1. Then equate to 0. Then solve for x. Then x equals 1. Therefore, the solutions are positive 1 and positive 1. So, by checking to make sure if your answer is correct. So, again, you do the same in our previous. So, you just replace the computed value of x one at a time in the original equation. And finally, both member of the equation is equal to negative 3 over 10. So, therefore, our calculated value for the solution of the given equation is correct. So, let's move on how to solve rational inequalities. So, before we proceed in solving, let us first define rational inequality. Rational inequality is an inequality involving rational expression. Let's have an example. We have 2x plus 1/3 less than 8 over 7. 1 over x minus 2 greater than 3x. 2 over x minus 3 over 2x less than 1 over 5. So those are the example of rational inequality. So there is an involvement of these mathematical symbols such as less than, greater than, we have also greater than or equal, or less than or equal. Okay, to solve rational inequalities, here are the steps. First step, rewrite the inequality as a single rational expression on one side of the inequality symbol and 0 on the other side. Step 2, determine over what intervals the rational expression takes on positive and negative values. Under that, you locate the x value for which the rational expression is 0 or undefined. Factoring the numerator and denominator is a useful strategy. Mark the numbers found on a number line. Use a shaded circle to indicate that the value is included in the solution set, and an open dot or hollow circle to indicate that the value is excluded. This number partition the number line into intervals. Select a test point within the interior of each interval. The sign of the rational expression at this test is also a sign of the rational expression at its interior point in the aforementioned interval. And then, summarize the intervals containing the solution. Example, solve the inequality x minus 1 over x plus 7 greater than 0. Then find the value of x that makes the numerator equal to 0. So we have x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 1. So is 1 greater than 0? If x equals 1, the numerator becomes 0. Is 0 greater than 0? Yes, you are correct. No. So therefore, x equals 1 is not a solution. Find the value of x that makes the denominator equal to 0. Denominator is x plus 7, equate to 0. Therefore, x equals negative 7. Is negative 7 greater than 0? Again, no. Therefore, x equals negative 7 is not a solution. It is undefined. So, the critical points or the boundary points are negative 7 and positive 1. Mark the critical points or the boundary point on a number line. Use a shaded circle to indicate that the value is included in the solution set, and an open circle or hollow circle to indicate that the value is excluded. This number partition the number line into intervals. So you draw a number line, then you locate negative 7 and positive 1. Then you put a hollow circle or open circle which indicate that negative 7 and positive 1 are excluded. So the intervals, we have negative infinity, negative 7, and positive 1, 1 and positive infinity. So you may use the parentheses since your negative 7, positive 1 are not the solution set. Then to identify the test point, so first identify the factors. We have x minus 1, x plus 7, x minus 1 over x plus 7. And to use the test points, So, it is more convenient if you are going to use the number closer to negative 7. So, we have negative 8. Anyway, you can use any number less than negative 7. And those are the numbers on the left of negative 7. So, to be more convenient, you may use negative 8. Then, for negative 7 and positive 1, x equals 0. And for 1, positive infinity, x equals 2. So, if you are going to replace negative 8 in the factor x minus 1, so that becomes negative 8 minus 1, the sign is negative. Negative 8 replaced to x plus 7, still the sign is negative. So, negative divided by negative, quotient is positive. For x equals 0, you replace 0 to x minus 1, the sign is negative. 0 plus 7, the sign is positive. Negative divided by positive, the sign is negative. For x equals 2, you replace 2 to x minus 1, that becomes 2 minus 1, the sign is positive. 2 plus 7, the sign is positive. Then, positive divided by positive, the quotient is positive. So, you may choose the positive values because all positive values is greater than 0. So, for positive, here in the first column, the interval is negative infinity, negative 7, and for the other positive, we have positive 1 and positive infinity. So, all positive numbers are greater than 0. So, that's why, so these are the solution set. And remember class, you can also use a bracket. So, this bracket means that the value is included if you are going to use that. So, and parenthesis meaning you can use that since it is not included. Since we are looking for the interval of the inequality x minus 1 over x plus 7 greater than 0, you choose the sign of the rational inequality, that is positive. So, the solution of the inequality can be written in interval form. So, we have negative infinity, negative 7, union, positive 1, and positive infinity. And for solution set notation, so the value of x such that x less than negative 7 or x is greater than 1. And for graphical form, so we have the number line, then you locate negative 7 and positive 1, then you use the hollow circle or open circle for negative 7 and for positive 1, meaning negative 7 and positive 1 are not the solution of the given inequality. Okay, for example 2, solve the inequality 2x over x plus 1 greater than 1. So first, you rewrite the inequality as a single fraction as one side and 0 on the other side. So 2x over x plus 1 minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. And then you make your left side of the equation as a single fraction. So you simplify by getting the LCD. LCD is x plus 1, and then divide it by the denominator, x plus 1, then that is 2x minus x plus 1 divided by 1 multiplied by negative 1. So we have quantity x plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Then you simplify by removing the parentheses. So we have 2x minus x minus 1. Then if you simplify that, it becomes x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 greater than 0. So you have now a single fraction and 0 on the right side. So the value x equals 1 is included in the solution since it makes the fraction equal to 0, while x equals negative 1 makes the fraction undefined. So mark this on the number line. Use a shaded circle for x equals 1, that is a solution, and unshaded circle for x equals negative 1, so meaning it's not a solution. Okay, that is the number line. Then you locate negative 1 and positive 1. Then, for negative 1, use an open circle or hollow circle to indicate that negative 1 is not a solution, while positive 1, you put a solid circle, meaning 1 is a solution. And then, use or choose convenient test point in the intervals determined by negative 1 and positive 1. To determine the sign of x minus 1 over x plus 1 in these intervals. Then, construct a table sign as shown below. To construct a table of sign, so let us identify the interval. So we have negative infinity, negative 1, and positive 1. Positive 1 and positive infinity. For here, positive 1, so the bracket is used, meaning to say positive 1 is a solution. And then to identify the test point, then the factors, we have x minus 1, x plus 1, x minus 1 over x plus 1. Then the test point, x equals negative 2. When you replace negative 2 to x minus 1, the sign is negative. Then negative 2 replaced to x plus 1, the sign is also negative. Then negative divided by negative is positive. And then for the second interval, we have negative 1, positive 1. If x is equal to 0, then you replace 0 to x minus 1, the sign is negative. Then 0 replaced to x plus 1, the sign is positive. Negative divided by positive, the sign is negative. Then for the next interval, we have positive 1 and positive infinity. The test point, x equals 2. You replace to x minus 1. The sign is positive. Then 2 replace to x plus 1. The sign is also positive. Then positive divided by positive, the quotient is positive. So, our test points, the sign of the given inequality are positive, negative, and positive. So, and for the interval, we have negative infinity, negative 1. Then, for negative, we have negative 1 and positive 1. And for positive, we have positive 1 and positive infinity. So, since we are looking for the intervals where the fraction is positive or 0, we determine the solution intervals to be x less than negative 1 and x is greater than or equal to positive 1. So, using interval form, so you can write that negative infinity, negative 1, union, positive 1 and positive infinity, and for the solution set notation, x is an element of real number where x is less than negative 1 or x is greater than or equal to positive 1. And for graphical form, you draw a number line, then you locate negative 1 and positive 1. For negative 1, you put a hollow circle or open circle. That means negative 1 is not a solution. Then for positive 1, that is a solid circle, meaning to say positive 1 is included as the solution. Okay, now let's move to finding domain and range of rational function. To find the domain of rational function, you set the denominator to 0. So for example 1, if f of x equals 5 over x, so you set x to 0. Therefore, the domain is equal to set of x is an element of real number such that x not equal to 0. For domain are all real numbers except 0. And for finding the range, if f of x equals y, so y equals 5 over x, then multiply x and y, product is xy equals 5, then x equals 5 over y, so range is a set of y such that y not equal to 0, or the range are all real numbers except 0. Okay, example number 2. F of x equals 2 over x minus 3. So you set denominator equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 3 equals 0. So x is not equal to 3. The domain is the value of x such that x not equal to 3. For the range, f of x equals 2 over x minus 3. F of x equals y, therefore y equals 2 over x minus 3, then multiply y by quantity x minus 3 equals 0, then use distributive property, you distribute y to quantity x minus 3, so it becomes xy minus 3y equals 2. Then xy equals 3y minus 2, then your x equals 3y minus 2 over y. So the range is equal to all real numbers except 0, or r equals the set of y such that y not equal to 0. Example number 3. F of x equals x minus 5 over x squared minus 4. So set the denominator to 0. We have x squared minus 4 equals 0. So x squared equals 4, then get the square root. So we have x equals positive negative 2. So the domain is equal to set of values of x such that x not equal to positive 2 and not equal to negative 2. And for the range, y equals x minus 5 over x squared minus 4. The degree of denominator is greater than the degree of the numerator. So, our range is a set of y such that y not equal to 0. Example 4, f of x equals 5 times quantity x minus 3 over x squared plus 14x plus 49. So you set denominator to 0. Our denominator is x squared plus 14x plus 49. Then this is a perfect trinomial. So to factor perfect trinomial, you get the square of the first term and the last term. So therefore, by factoring, we have quantity x plus 7 multiplied by quantity x plus 7, then equate to 0. So therefore, x is equal to negative 7. So the domain is equal to x such that x not equal to negative 7. And for the range, r equals set of y such that y not equal to 0. So that's the end of our session for today. At this point, you turn your activity sheets in enrichment activities to do your tasks. Reminder, do not write anything on these activity sheets. Write your answer on a separate long bond paper. For enrichment activity number 1, you determine whether the given is a rational function, rational equation, a rational inequality, or none of these. For enrichment activity 2, find the solution for each rational equation below and check your answer. Write your answer in long bond paper. Then find the solution set for its rational inequality below. Graph the solution set on the number line, then write your answer in long bond paper. For enrichment activity 3, you find the domain and range of the following. And for wrap-up activity, you will answer the following questions to get additional point. I hope you learned something today. If you have questions or clarifications regarding the topic we discussed, feel free to contact your subject teacher through text, call, or post your questions in your official Facebook group or page. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.